The world's third-ranked Navy SEAL team gets surrounded and trapped on a bridge. Seeing no way out, the captain immediately adjusted the artillery, blasted open the guardrail, and drove the tank directly into the river. As water keeps pouring into the tank, the team rapidly puts on the diving gear they prepared in advance. Before long, the water's about to cover their heads, but the armed militants on the bridge order their men to open heavy fire at the spot where the tank hit the water, so the SEALs don't dare leave the compartment for the moment. Their oxygen supply was only enough for 20 minutes. Luckily, the gunfire stops after 2.5 minutes. The militants then order their men to take patrol boats and search the river. The SEALs seize the chance, open the hatch, escape the tank, and quickly swim toward the rendezvous point. On the way, one of them spots an ancient structure on the riverbed. Swimming closer, he sees a plaque on it with 2 words carved in, "Vault." To keep the enemy from finding out, the captain decides to give up the plan of escaping by staying underwater. Instead, they quietly surface and launch a sneak attack from behind the patrol boat, wiping out all the enemies in an instant. After that, the team climbs onto the patrol boat and heads straight to the meetup point. They successfully capture the warlord leader and bring him back to base. Because they changed the withdrawal plan at the last minute, they're suspended for 3 days by their superior officer. But they aren't discouraged. Instead, they decide to use those 3 days to find out whether there's really gold in the vault on the riverbed. After looking into it, they track down a local historian named Laura. Once they explain why they're there, Laura immediately pulls out a piece of gold and tells them that during World War II, Heydrich ordered his deputy to secretly transport looted gold to the village and hide it there. The German troops almost wiped out the entire village, but Laura's grandfather stole a gold bar, escaped from the Germans, and buried the bar beneath a gravestone. Later, local guerrilla fighters arrived and brought Laura's grandfather up to the mountaintop. They decided to blow up the dam above the village and drown both the German troops and the gold. Then Laura's grandfather pressed the detonator. With a huge explosion, the river water came crashing down. Before the German soldiers could even react, the whole village was swallowed by the flood in an instant. Gold worth $300 million stayed buried at the bottom of the river for decades. After hearing Laura's story, the group immediately decides to salvage the gold. But the vault sits on the territory of a local warlord, and they've just kidnapped that warlord's leader. If they get exposed, they're as good as dead, which makes the operation extremely difficult. But the temptation of the gold is simply too strong, so in the end, they decide to take the risk anyway.